Hello and welcome. If you missed it or want to remember the best moments of this movie, starring Matt Damon and Christian Bale, today we review Ford vs Ferrari. In 1963, Ford Motor Company Vice President Lee Iacocca proposed to Henry Ford II to purchase the cash-strapped Ferrari as a means to boost their car sales by participating in the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Enzo Ferrari, however, uses Ford's offer to secure a more lucrative deal with Fiat that allows him to retain complete ownership of Scuderia Ferrari, the racing division. In rejecting the proposed deal with Ford, Ferrari also intentionally insults both Ford Motor and Henry Ford II. In response, a furious Ford orders his racing division to build a car to defeat Ferrari at Le Mans. For this task, Iacocca hires Shelby American owner Carroll Shelby, a racing driver who won Le Mans in 1959 but was forced to retire due to a heart condition. In turn, Shelby enlists the help of Ken Miles, a hot-tempered British racer and a struggling mechanic. Shelby and Miles test the Ford GT40 Mk1 prototype at Los Angeles International Airport, working out all of its design flaws until it is racer-ready. Seeing that Miles is not an ideal driver, Ford opts to send Phil Hill and Bruce McLaren to the 1965 24 Hours of Le Mans instead. As predicted by Miles, none of the four finished the race. While Ford sees this as a humiliating defeat, Shelby explains to him that the GT40 instilled fear in Enzo Ferrari as it reached 218 miles per hour on the Mulsanne Straight before it broke down. Shelby searched for Miles to continue developing the GT40 Mk2, but Miles, angry at not having been included in the previous event, hits him, initiating a fight. After which, they become friends again to continue testing the car. Miles suffers an accident with the brakes that almost kill him. In 1966, Ford Senior Vice President Leo Beebe takes over the racing division, with the intent to continue the program without Miles. But Shelby gives Ford a ride in the car and waggers his own company to convince Ford to agree that if Miles wins the 24 Hours of Daytona, he will be allowed to race at Le Mans. Shelby American enters Daytona, but Beebe has a second Ford enter with NASCAR team Holman Moody supporting it. While the Holman Moody team has quicker pit stops, Shelby has Miles push his car's limit to 7,000 RPM, and he wins the race. At the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans, Miles struggles with a faulty door during the first lap, but after team engineer Phil Remington fixes it with a mallet, Miles begins to set lap records while catching up to the Ferraris. While racing with Ferrari driver Lorenzo Bandini in Ferrari's new prototype 330 P3, Miles experiences brake failure and has his brake system replaced during his pit stop. Enzo Ferrari protests the move, but Shelby convinces race officials that the replacement is legal. Miles and Bandini once again duel on the Mulsanne Straight until Bandini blows his engine, eliminating the Ferrari from the race. With 3 Ford teams in the top positions, Beebe orders Shelby to have Miles slow down, for the other 2 Fords to catch up with him and provide the press with a 3-car photo finish. Miles is initially against this decision, continuing to set new lap records near the end of the race, but decides to let Ford have their way on the final lap. Ultimately, McLaren is declared the winner on a technicality. Shelby, angry, attacks Beebe because there was no tie, but Miles, downplaying this detail, is grateful for the opportunity to compete at Le Mans. 2 months after Le Mans, while testing a new car at the Riverside International Raceway, Miles once again experiences brake failure and is killed in the resulting crash. 6 months later, Shelby pays Miles' widow Molly and son Peter a visit and gives him a wrench that Miles threw at Shelby before winning an SCCA race at Willow Springs in 1963. Miles was posthumously inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame. Ford continued its winning streak at Le Mans in 1967, 1968, and 1969 as the only American-built car to win. Wins Ford vs Ferrari, released in November 2019. Let's see 5 curiosities of this film. Christian Bale had to lose more than 30 kilos to play Ken Miles. He also took professional driving lessons, and the founder of the school where he did it was a close friend of pilot Ken Miles in real life. The fight scene between Shelby and Miles turned out to be quite fun for Damon and Bale to play, as they shouldn't have followed a choreography like in their performances of Bourne and Batman, respectively. The rivalry between Ford and Ferrari stems from the fact that during World War II, the American brand dedicated itself to building B-24 bombers, which later were used to destroy Ferrari plants in Italy during the armed conflict. Replicas of the Ford GT were used for the film, as true race cars are worth millions of dollars. Originally, the movie was to be called Go Like Hell and will be starring Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. We will soon be uploading a new video, and to find out, you just need to activate this button. If you like this video, let me know by commenting or thumbing up. Glad to connect again soon.